Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Tonight's guest is Mickey Sightings.
Hey, everybody.
And let's welcome in Jeffrey Resendez.
Hey, Jeff.
And
Hey,
Bloom and Cheesa.
Hey, Bloom and Cheesa.
And there's our channel. Let's see.
Yay.
Scroll.
There we are.
Us.
That's us. Minus our third person.
Who's your third person?
Our daughter.
Oh, what's her name?
Rebecca. She
Rebecca, are you going to say hey? She's coming.
She kind of jumps in and out of the channel.
Yeah, I want to welcome in Sean and Susie.
We'll say hey.
Oh, and here's Rebecca.
Hello.
Hi, Rebecca.
Are you coming in or are you just saying hey?
I'm just popping in.
Okay.
Oh. And that's the life of a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
In and out.
Okay. Tell us about your channel and your shows.
You want to start or you want me to start?
Well, our channel is Mickey Sightings, and that's pretty much what we are. We do any kind of Mickey sightings. Most of the time we do like talk about Disney and the Disney news and views, but we also have we did Vlogmas this year.
Yep. That was interesting, considering I did 4 of them while we had COVID.
Yes.
Sick as a dog doing videos so that we get Vlogmas, because we had gone the whole month. We did videos the whole month.
Yep.
We tested on the 23rd of December. So 23rd, 24th,
we had like 4 videos
had
left.
4 videos left to do. And we did them while we were sick.
I don't remember most of those.
I did Vlogmas too. I had it where it start December 1st and ended on December 25th.
That's what we did. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
We do some park vlogs. It just sort of depends on when we're down. We live in Florida, so we're down at Disney every couple of months. And a lot of times our videos are talking about the trips that we are either going on and our plans for that, or coming back from and what we saw.
Yep.
And then just the general news and views, and kind of a place just to hang out and chit chat and talk about Disney.
Yeah.
In a mostly positive way.
Yeah. Our Mickey Sightings dog is here.
Oh, yes. But
our dog Daisy has come in to say hey.
Yeah, and
she's in lab, so she won't. She doesn't jump up. So,
and I just changed glasses. I just changed down my bifocals into my computer glasses.
Can you see us better?
Yeah, I can see you better now.
Bless your heart.
It's just that the lenses has a blue filter in it to kind of filter out the like the screens on the computer and smartphone and tablets.
Yeah.
That glare can sometimes be really hard with glasses.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So we do some in the park. We don't do a lot of in-park vlogging. We do some, but when we're there, it's like family time. So we try to not spend time on the camera. We do filming that we did do later into videos and things like that, but we don't do a lot of vlogging.
Yeah.
We don't do a lot of live streaming from the parks, but we do game night too. Game nights are fun.
Yeah, game nights are fun. We have a game night coming up with Frankie, Just Another Disnerd, Frankie, and Lena.
Yeah.
With, let's see, Life of Lena and the Hall Family Adventures. Hall Family Adventures now. And that's coming up in the next week or so. So that'll be fun. We're going to play Disney Life.
Disney Life.
Yeah.
Do you also go to Universal?
No.
Nope.
Never been.
We are pretty much strictly Disney.
Yep. And we love SeaWorld.
Yep. We love SeaWorld.
We love SeaWorld.
But
Yeah.
Sean and Rebecca are not big fast ride fans,
No.
and I'm not great with simulators, so there's not a lot that we would do at Universal probably.
No.
Yeah. The way I understand it with SeaWorld is like when they this has to do with protests by PETA and all that. That once the animals no longer with SeaWorld, they'll go strictly to rides probably.
Right.
And I know that they've changed some of the shows from like the Shamu show, which was the killer whale or the orcas. They changed that more into an educational experience where they don't actually perform. It's more of an encounter with the animal close up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we haven't been since that change has been made.
No, we
It's
haven't.
been a couple of years.
Yeah, it's been more than that.
Like 4,
It's
5.
been more than that. It's probably been we've been pass holders with Disney for 6 years, so it's been about 7 years.
Yeah.
Becca's like 5 or 6 years old. Matter of fact, the last time Becca and I went to SeaWorld almost 6 years ago, just she and I, with a family from our church.
Yeah.
And that's been the last time we've been.
Yeah.
They weren't doing anything at the Shamu Stadium. They had it completely shut down at that point.
Now to get back to Disney, what are your favorite Disney parks?
I'm nostalgic, so my favorite is Magic Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, one of my favorite rides in Animal Kingdom is I've never been on the rides yet, but something I'm interested in is the Expedition Everest, the Kilimanjaro Safari, and the Pandora's both Pandora rides.
Have you been on any of those?
In 2022 will be my first trip to there.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
That's awesome.
She loves Expedition Everest. You
I
won't catch
love
me
it.
on it.
I love it.
Kilimanjaro Safari, I could do all day.
That's a family favorite.
Yep.
What we're going to do is, since we're going to have 2 full days at Disney and 2 full days at Universal, my birthday, we'll start my birthday out at Magic Kingdom and then go to Animal Kingdom, and then the next day we'll do both Epcot and Hollywood Studios, since they're both on the Skyliner. Since we're going to stay at the Pop Century.
Mm-hmm.
Pop Century's fun. We like staying there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have not been on the Skyliner. Now, Susie and Rebecca have, but I have not been on it. I'm not a big fan of heights, so I don't. Yeah, I may try it this trip, at least a short haul or something. I don't know. We'll see.
So he says.
Depends on if I get on the nerve.
And hopefully I'll be able to have time that we can stop at Disney Springs and I can get on the Aerophile, the balloon.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Uh-huh. Which Disney Springs usually stays open later than the parks, so you have a pretty decent chance of doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, nighttime view would be pretty cool because you got all those lights.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think they
run
go
it.
up to sunset.
I think it's after sunset.
Is it after sunset?
I think it
They
is.
still run?
Yeah. Which, of course, coming in 2022, hopefully a lot of the parks will be staying open later than they are right now. Of course, right now the parks close so early.
Yeah.
Especially like today. I mean, Magic Kingdom, I think, closes today at 6.
It's a good thing that they're not doing fireworks right now because it wouldn't be dark enough to do fireworks.
For any of the parks.
Of them. Yeah. Which
Well,
they
now
don't do
Epcot,
fireworks.
I take that back, though. I think
Animal
when we're
Kingdom.
down there, Epcot's going to be open till 11.
Okay.
But Magic Kingdom will be open till it's either 9 or 10. But then on Sundays, I think Magic Kingdom's closed or 9. I think Magic Kingdom closes at 6 on Sundays. So yeah, as you can see behind us, it's daylight.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock.
Oh, it's 7 now.
And it's
Hi,
7
Timothy Rainwaters.
now. Hey, Timothy, how are you, buddy?
And Jeffrey just said hi back to you too.
We've known Jeffrey on through YouTube for a long time.
Yes. Our channel is 2 years old.
Yeah, March this
Yep.
month. It's 2 years old this month. Matter of fact, wow, that's interesting you say that because
Could even be
we could
like really
even
today.
be like up on an anniversary here. I can't. Let me see here real quick. Let me look that up. When is our anniversary?
I know when our wedding anniversary is. I don't know about YouTube.
I don't know.
Well, in January 7th of this year, for this channel, I've been with YouTube for 12 years.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Congratulations.
But
You could be on YouTube.
but I've been live streaming for less than a year now. It'll be about a year, June 6th.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That is cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went to our page so that I could see. March 16th.
Oh, so 2 days. Tuesday.
Tuesday, 2-year anniversary on YouTube.
How many years?
2.
2.
We'll have to do something on Tuesday.
Yep. We'll have
Our
to.
2-year anniversary.
Hey, Carol Karki.
Hey, Carol.
Carol.
Good to see you tonight. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
It should be
It should be
somewhere
close. Yep.
soon. Yep. We didn't even know that the Disney YouTube community existed until a couple of years ago.
Just before we kind of got our own channel. Yeah.
And we started watching a few of the really big bloggers that
Tim
shoot
Tracker
all the time. And
yeah, I watched Tim Tracker on the chains, the swings.
Oh, the swings.
And
yes.
didn't realize that they had all this Disney stuff. So he was really the one that kind of, and then we started watching Dis Unplugged and who else? Resort TV One. And it was like, wow, this is a thing.
and we're like, oh, there's a whole community here. And then as we had gotten into some of the channels like Myers and the Mouse and
Dis Our Dream, Monarch Moments. Oh my goodness, the list goes on.
This looks like fun. Let's do this.
Yep.
I've got over 600 subscription on YouTube now with this through this profile.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
The chances are on most of them I'm a dead subscriber.
Well, and and we've kind of grown from our early concept, an idea about YouTube and Disney community, and that just like anything has kind of changed, and we found that we absolutely love some of what we consider to be the non-mega channels. The mega channels are great and fine and have their place, but we really like the tight community.
Yeah, I call them family channels, kind of the family channels. And meeting everybody at the parks is so much fun. That is a blast.
Yes.
I'm hoping that we can really work it out. And Mouse Talk. See, it's like we hung out with Mouse Talk this last time we were down there. Carol says she likes your ears.
Hey, Carol. Yeah, thank you. I'm really picky about my ears. These are Flower. Yeah. These are Flower and Garden from.
Was those last year or year before last?
2 years ago.
I think 2 years ago. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because Flower and Garden really didn't happen last year.
Yeah.
It kind of did, but not really.
I just
2 weeks.
I really, really have to just love them to have them because I like to wear them and I can't wear 60 and 70 pair of ears. I just so I think I have.
So Rebecca does that.
Yeah, Rebecca does that.
Matter of fact, one of our dear friends down there, she has a great YouTube channel called Yammy's Adventures, and she does personal shopping, and she's already picked up the Spirit jersey and the ears from the Flower and Garden Festival for Becca, just so we'd have them in case they sold out of them.
and so I get the ears that I really, really like, and then I borrow the ears from Rebecca because 90% of the time she wears hats.
Yeah.
Another
she buys ears, but she wears caps.
Another thing I was going to ask is what's your favorite Disney rides?
Oh, wow.
My favorite is Peter Pan.
See? Okay. My absolute favorite Disney ride is Kilimanjaro Safari. Absolutely. And the reason for that is because there are never two safaris the same.
Yeah.
The animals are always different. The animals are always doing something different. You never know kind of what the encounter is going to be like.
Mhm.
The morning versus the evening are different. The safari during the middle of the day is different.
Yeah.
It's just, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Is Kilimanjaro.
I like Peter Pan because I'm a nostalgia person, and I remember riding Peter Pan when I was probably maybe 5. And it just the concept, the idea of being able to fly, and I don't know. It's just
I've just seen videos and live streams where I like it where the cast member sprinkles pixie dust to get those lap bars to go down.
Go down. That's
and
so
every
cool.
single cast member has it down just right. They don't sprinkle too early and they don't sprinkle too late.
That's right. It's Disney. It's the
Disney.
Disney magic. I do love Peter Pan's flight too. That is definitely in my top probably 5. Yeah.
And I love Kilimanjaro Safari because you also, depending on your driver, by the way, tip of the day, don't take the last safari. You will see flashes of animals as you go careening around the park.
Yeah. Yeah. And what made it worse, not only were we on the last one of the day one time, but we were on the back seat. You do not want the back seat, because if you have any kind of back problems, do not get in the back seat.
The middle of the truck and the front of the truck if you want to really hear the driver well.
Yeah.
The middle of the truck if you want the smoothest ride.
Yeah.
Right.
And the safari experience, I mean, all the drivers have always been really good, but some are better than others. Yeah. Some stop a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. Some are a little bit more informative than others, but they're all good. They're all really good. Yeah, they all. I mean, we've had the same driver, I think 2 or 3 times, the same guy, and he's always been really just full of information. It's just so cool. But even he changed it up,
Kids generally like the back seat of the trucks like that because they're supposed to be bouncy.
Right. Yeah. You do.
You do.
Yeah. If you've got a camera, you've got to really hold it steady back there because it could end up back on the safari.
Yeah. I'll probably be setting up closer to the front. So
that's what I would suggest. Yeah. Front or middle. Yeah.
And and the cast members are always so great about, if you ask them, can I sit more towards the front, then they're so great about, trying to meet your request. They are. It's really, I love Disney and their customer service.
You cannot beat Disney cast members. You just can't beat Disney cast members. You can't. I mean, it's like, I know everybody else has their own thing, but Disney cast members have their own special magic. Yep. They always have. And, people can say about, is it better in the past, but it's its own brand of magic that makes Disney Disney,
And I noticed like Dumbo and the Barnstormers, those cast members, their uniforms are kind of like circus uniforms.
Yeah, Disney matches their uniform to their area that the ride is in, or that the shop is in even. And so it's really neat to kind of see how different cast members in different areas, what their uniform is.
It is.
And it's really cool because a lot of times, people in theme parks and stuff, they just have a standard uniform throughout the whole theme park, but not Disney. Disney, I mean, even throughout the different parks and the different rides, they all have different uniforms.
And some of them in some of the counter service areas, they just got new uniforms. They have new aprons and things that have just come out over the last couple months, and that's just cool to keep changing it up like that. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about Disney is they're able to stay nostalgic and stay fresh at the same time in so many ways. Walt Disney never wanted the parks to be a museum, and they're good about not doing that, but they're able to keep nostalgia where it needs to be, and then freshness where it needs to be. And it just makes Disney, stand apart from everybody in that respect.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you stayed at any of the resorts. What is your favorite Disney resort?
Well, we have not stayed at many Disney resorts.
Let's see, we've stayed at Art of Animation.
The music, AllStar Music,
AllStar Music.
AllStar Movies, and
Pop Century.
Pop Century.
Caribbean Beach, but that was a long time ago.
Long when we were just brand newlyweds.
Our 1 year anniversary, we stayed at Disney Beach Resort.
The
Caribbean
Beach Resort. And the coolest thing is Sean had surprised me for my birthday, because at that point I had never stayed on Disney property, and so we stayed 2 nights.
No,
one night.
No,
night.
It was. They get this now, Keith. It was $99. We were just married and broke. I mean, okay, I was just in a new job. Susie was still in college finishing up, so broke. We were broker than broke, right?
We were broke with a capital.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I wanted to do this, so I found $99. I will never forget it. It was $99, and it included 2 park tickets and a night at the Caribbean Beach Resort, and it was $99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long ago that was?
That was in '96.
Yeah.
That was in '96.
You know, they just had an announcement on the AllStar Resorts. The first one to be opening up is movies.
There we are.
It's fun. Yep, there we are.
Yeah.
There was our trip.
That was in 1996 for our 1 year anniversary. There we are at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, AllStar Movies is going to be the first of the AllStar Resorts to opening back up.
That was probably my favorite AllStar.
Yeah,
I'll be curious to see how they, how that looks with what they've done. If they've done much to them. Probably
their renovations is pretty much new with those Murphy beds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which are interesting.
Yes.
They're
very interesting. We had one. We stayed in the family suite at Art of Animation. And it had a car. It was the Cars family suite, and it had a Murphy bed. And yeah.
Especially
after reading the story of the one at the what was it that fell off the wall, that came unmounted and fell off the wall. That was at not Destino, but the other one. What's the other one? Hello, good gracious. No, not Coronado. It wasn't Coronado Springs, was it? No, it was the new. Oh my goodness.
Hello, I'll think of it. It's on the Skyliner.
Yeah,
it was
Riviera.
It
was at Riviera.
some of the Disney resorts that they did the renovations where they have the Murphy beds. Quite a bit of them is like you take the 2 chairs from the table, and then the table will fall down to the floor when you bring the Murphy bed down.
It has a leg.
Yeah.
It has a leg if you pull out.
Well, and the thing is that on one hand, it's great as far as space saving options.
Right.
On the other hand, you don't have anywhere to put other stuff. I mean, how you normally end up with stuff on the table and things here and there.
Yeah.
Well, when you're ready to go to bed, you got to move all that stuff somewhere. And with it down, there's not a ton of room of space in the rooms with the bed down, but it looks really clean.
It's kind of like when you set up an air mattress in the middle of a hotel room.
Yeah,
you kind of have to work around it. That's kind of how this is, but your flat surface is gone.
Yes,
except for where the TV rack. Thing, whatever the entertainment.
But I see why they did it.
Oh,
and people do use the drawers in the chest of drawers in there, and then that way they just put their suitcases all underneath that one queen bed, because there's quite a bit of space underneath that.
Right.
Yeah. You can do that. I think that's what we did with that Murphy bed, is we put our suitcases under it. I think we did. if memory
I
serves.
don't remember.
Yeah.
We were only there. We were only actually there for
a night.
a night.
We were only planning to stay a night, and we had taken one of our friends from church with us, and so we said, well, let's do so we were going to get 2 rooms, and they upgraded us to a Cars family suite, so we had our own rooms. It was a free upgrade. They didn't. Nothing. I was just
Disney
amazing.
magic.
Disney magic. It was amazing.
Pixie dust.
Yeah.
And another room tour I seen I think is in a vlog is where one Murphy bed folds down through a couch, where one couch is a couch and a Murphy bed.
Oh. I
Oh
hadn't
wow.
seen that.
Yeah. Well,
I'd seen
maybe
the table.
maybe Polynesian. It seems like I've seen that.
Yeah. Boy, the new Polynesian rooms look really neat.
Yeah. The DVC.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
DVC Polynesian rooms. We're not DVC.
No.
We pretty much, when we go down, we stay right off property. There are a couple of different hotels that we stay at that, from ticket and transportation to walking into our room, is less than 10 minutes. So we can get pretty much to the car, depending on which park we're at.
Yeah.
We can get to the car and to our room faster than you can get there on the Disney bus.
Yeah.
So we typically stay off property, but the few times that we've stayed on property, it's been nice to be able to get on the Disney bus and not worry about having to get to the car and drive off, or go. We've never stayed on a monorail line, but probably of the places we've stayed, theming wise, I would say Art of Animation.
Yeah, theming wise,
because that was incredible with the Cars room. I mean, all the little tiny touches were just so cool.
Well, Carol said about the suite at Art of Animation, which we did a room tour of that. If you guys want to check it out, but you can sleep 2. There's a Murphy bed that sleeps 2. Sofa pulls out, which sleeps another 2. And then you've got a queen bed in an actual adjacent bedroom that sleeps 2. And it has 2 bathrooms. It has a master suite bathroom, and then it also has a public bathroom, so to speak, inside the room.
Yeah.
Hi, Brandy. I'm Disney Up, Boiler Up.
Oh, hey.
Drive safe. Just listen. Don't
drive
write.
safe.
Yeah, just drive. Be safe. So glad you're in here, though.
And I was wondering to know what's your favorite Disney shops, whether it's like including the shops that you buy stuff, the concessions, and even the food service.
All of them.
Yes. Yes. You would think I'm the shopper. I like to go and look. He likes to go look and buy.
Yes.
But probably, yeah. And what you see is just a small portion of what's in the rest of the room.
Yes. And the house.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you do any pin trading or pin collecting?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yes.
We trade pins. We also collect pins. One of the bigger collections that I do is Walt Disney pins that feature Walt Disney himself. Every year they release a Walt Disney pin for Walt Disney Day, and I usually try to get that pin. So that's really my collection. I've got several back here on boards that are from movies, from like original movies, or black and white pins from the original black and white movies, cartoons. And then there's also the Disney Day ones that we collect, and then we collect ones we just like.
Yep. We have a tackle box that is, and I'm not kidding, it is probably 2 feet by
about 2 feet by
a foot tall. It's got 3 drawer things that come out and open up. It's got the top thing. And it's all full of pins, and it weighs about 5,000 pounds.
I think we have right at 1,100 pins.
Yeah.
If that's was the
say
last time which we've gotten pins since then, and I counted, but pin
trading has changed. It is there.
Yeah.
one of our favorite things about pin trading pre-COVID was that it was an easy way to open up a conversation with somebody. Usually with cast members, but it was just neat because you can just go up and trade the pin, but usually you went up and you traded the pin and you started talking to the cast member, and their job is to talk to guests. So they were pin trading, but they would talk, and we'd find out all kinds of different things, or just about people, and just it really gave a nice, really great personal touch.
How does that pin trading work?
Now pin trading is strictly on pin boards, and what they do is they have the board and it's got numbers underneath each pin, and you tell them what number it is that you would like. You keep your pin back. They take the pin off the board and hand it and drop it in your open hand. You take the pin that you're trading and you drop it into a bucket, and then they sanitize those pins. And once they're sanitized, then they'll put them back on the pin board for trade.
So it's a pretty much even trade, no extra charge.
Oh yeah, it's always even trade.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's always even trade. Yeah,
and you can only, and even before COVID, you can only trade 2 pins per person, mainly for adults. They'll trade a couple extra with kids, but
kind of depends on the cast member.
Yeah, it depends on the cast member, but the official rule is 2 pins per adult. And
I heard cat.
Yes, that's our Disney cat. Her name is Gracie, and she is one of the most vocal cats I think we have ever had.
She wasn't getting any attention. She was here going, "I'm here, Dad. I'm here."
So, so pin trading is definitely still there. They have specific pin trading locations now. So depending on the park, you can ask at one of the main stores. Stores is pretty much where they have it. Animal Kingdom, the first pin trading is as you first go in to the left, where there's
to the right.
Oh, to the right. Sorry.
To the right.
To the right. There's a little kind of open shop.
Yeah, they've got the overhang where the
trading.
opening is, and they got a pin trading board in there. Yeah.
And then they'll tell you where all the different pin trading is. And in Animal Kingdom, there really isn't a lot of pin trading.
No, there isn't. Never has been a lot there. But I'll tell you where the best place to pin trade is at the resorts.
Yes.
The resorts have the better pins usually. It's amazing. Becca and I, we did resort hopping one day and just pin traded. Susie was at a conference and we were there, and we went to Caribbean Beach, and they had now this was pre-COVID, but I'm sure they're still doing it because theirs were boards anyway. They had 4 boards. They had and they were 4 foot by 6 foot boards. They were huge boards, and they had hundreds of pins on those boards. It was crazy how many pins they had.
And at the resorts, there's usually a pin board in the shop.
Yeah.
And there's a pin board at the front desk.
Yeah.
So, so resorts have a lot more pins, and so it's fun sometimes just to go resort hopping and see what the different resorts look like. And then also to pin trade while you're there. And
well, during the holidays, during Christmas, the resorts have different pins. Now, they did not have as many resort pins this year as they've had in the past, but each resort has a Christmas pin. And one of the ones we usually always like to get, we didn't get it this year, but it was a really cool pin, was the Grand Floridian. Always has a really, because we both love Mickey and Minnie. That's what we like. We like Mickey and Minnie. They're our favorite characters. And so they always have them on a bicycle or something, and it was always really cool. So I have several of the Grand Floridian pins from the holidays.
I know what park hopping is, but what is resort hopping?
Resort hopping, you can go to the different resorts, and if you want to go, if you got on the monorail loop, you can go to the Polynesian, to the Contemporary, to the Grand Floridian, and just look around inside the resort. You can pin trade, go to the shops there, eat there, snack there, whatever. You can just hop from resort to resort to resort. You don't have to be staying at a resort in order to go there.
Yep.
Even if I'm like staying at Pop Century, right?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Mm.
They don't ask you what
We don't even
resort
stay.
you're staying.
We don't
at.
even stay on property, and we
Mhm.
resort hop.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's kind of like any hotel where you can go in and go to the restaurant, for
Right.
example,
Yes.
and not have
Correct.
to be a guest.
that is correct.
But
right.
it's really neat because Disney themes every resort. So every
Yeah.
resort looks a little different, has a little different flair. It just, there's some memorabilia in most of the resorts.
Mhm.
Like if you go to the Polynesian, down you go into the main entrance area,
The ceremonial hall.
and then if
Isn't that
you
what they call
go kind of down into the left where the bathrooms are, there's a whole kind of display case, glassed in case of different things that are nostalgic through from the resort, because it was one of the first resorts open.
Or if you go to Animal Kingdom, they have African artifacts there that are just amazing.
And at times there's the wood carver that's at the
and the cool
Animal
thing
Kingdom
at
Lodge.
Animal Kingdom too is they've got this big. You can go outside and look over the safari.
Yeah, over the savannah.
Over the savannah there, and
Yeah.
that's where the animals. A lot of them come in at night. Those that are not caged at night, they'll go into that savannah. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
You just hop, and at Christmas time they all have different resorts have different trees.
Yeah.
And so
Wow.
the trees are themed to the resort.
The resorts at Christmas are just
amazing.
You have to resort hop at Christmas because, which I mean, we've taken a full day just to go resort hopping before, because they have different snacks there. They've got different pin trading there. You kind of learn some of those things. It's fun. It's fun. I could take 2 or 3 days of just resort hop, honestly.
I caught Danny Griswold on the replay of over at Pop Century, kind of showing the area, and he showed that bridge over by the Skyliner that by the Skyliner that goes to the Skyliner, that'll go to Art of Animation, and then he walked so far on the sidewalk the other way that he got close to Art of Animation over that way too. So
you know why? So close. They were actually going to be one resort.
Yeah.
After September 11th, what has become Art of Animation was going to be the other part of Pop Century, but it sat dormant for years, for about 7 years. It just sat dormant. And so when they reopened, when they started rebuilding, instead of continuing the concept of the Pop Century idea, it was something even like Resort of the over the years or something like that. I can't remember what the name of it was, but Art of Animation, they decided to do that one instead. So that's the reason why they are so connected, is because originally they were going to be one resort.
Oh, okay. Which of course,
that's the reason why the lake there is called Hourglass Lake, is because it represents time, because that resort was showing spans of time. That's why it's called that.
Right. And I noticed the buses that runs between the resorts and the parks and all that. Those are the same type of buses that you see on city mass transit systems.
They are. They're mass transit buses, basically.
Yeah.
They've just been tricked out Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here in my hometown, I ride the city bus. When I've rode the city bus quite a bit, so I know I can identify the route by looking at the destination sign on the front or the side, or look at the route number box on the back.
Right. That's correct. Yep. And all the bus stops too at Disney, they have monitors, they have screens that show when the arrival date, arrival time of the different buses from the different parks and wherever. So you can really kind of keep up with all of that.
And And my experience app is supposed to be where when you're checked in, then you can be able to see when the buses arrive, or when they arrive where you're at, like if you're
Mhm.
if you're
That's
at Pops.
one of the newer features that they're adding to the My Disney experience.
Yeah, I don't think it's on it yet.
I haven't seen it on it
Yeah,
yet.
it's not on there yet.
And just a fun fact, if you're staying at a Skyliner resort, the buses do not run from the resort unless the Skyliner is down or not
Correct.
not operating. So
okay.
if you are at a Skyliner resort, you either use your car
which Pop Century is.
or you take the Skyliner.
Right.
Take a Skyliner
To the park.
To the park.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't run buses from those unless the Skyliner's down. Yeah.
well
now that's to the parks that the Skyliner services.
Correct. Hollywood's, yeah, correct.
So like from Pop Century, Magic Kingdom would have a bus.
Hi,
And-
Bill of
and,
MGM Family Trust.
Animal Kingdom would have a bus.
Yep, Animal Kingdom would have a bus
Yeah.
also. But when the Skyliner's running, there's no bus to Hollywood Studios or to Epcot. You
Right.
have to do Skyliner to those.
Mm-hmm.
Bill just came
Yes,
in.
dinner.
Bill from MGM Family Travel just came in. Hi,
Hey,
Bill.
How are you doing tonight?
And Carol, enjoy dinner.
Enjoy your dinner, Carol. There's a lot to do at those theme parks.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
And there's
I mean,
a lot
you
to
could-
do at the
You
resorts.
could spend a month on Disney property and still not
really cover it all.
cover it all. I mean, yeah, you could be there for a month
Mhm.
easily and not cover it all. It's like when people say, "Why do you go to Disney? Why do you like going to Disney so much?" It's like because there's always something to do. I mean, it's not like going to the county fair. It is like there's so many things to do, and there's so many layers of things to do. I mean, if you just want to do adult type stuff and go to the dueling pianos, or if you want to go to Disney Springs, if you want to do shopping, high end shopping, Disney Springs. You want to go ride a coaster, you can go to the parks. I mean, or if you want to eat in some of the best restaurants in Central Florida, they're there. It's just amazing.
Oh, now, Bill, I have to disagree. I love the time change. I love the fact that it is 7:45 and it is still light outside.
I do too. I had a real time with winter darkness this year for some reason.
It seemed to last forever.
It did seem to last forever.
Earlier today, I seen. I think earlier today or yesterday, sometime I seen where they announced that Typhoon Lagoon water park is not going to open because it has to do with a chlorine system throughout the whole water park. And
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had not heard why, but I had kind of wondered why there was no rumors of it opening when Blizzard Beach had.
Mhm.
I was like, why aren't they going to open Typhoon Lagoon? Now I know. Okay, that makes sense.
The way I understand it, their chlorine system pipes out throughout the whole water park. And if one section goes bad, they have to work it all out.
Well, we the very first year that we were pass holders, we had the pass where we also got the water parks. We went to the water park one time.
Yeah, one time.
And discovered that we are just not water park folks.
No.
I mean, bless those who are.
Yep.
But Sean and Rebecca do not like fast rides, and so all of the slides and things like that were kind of out.
I didn't want to have my shorts up my throat.
Yeah.
I love the lazy river. Now the lazy river is great.
Yep.
Now-
They spent the whole day in the lazy river.
The whole day.
I think I did 2 water slides and went, yeah, I liked these when I was 16.
Now,
Not so much anymore.
now when people stay at the resorts, they can get a park hopper where if they don't want the water parks, they can have just a park hopper just between the parks and not include the water parks,
Mhm.
and stick to the pool at the resort.
Yeah. And the resorts have several pools.
Yeah.
You know, they try to make it to where there's a pool within a pretty good reach of any particular section of the resort. I think the last one that we stayed at that we actually swam was Art of Animation, but that was
No, they were refurbishing the pool there.
right. Yeah. But when we stayed there, the pool was open, and that happened to be the closest one to our room. And wow, it was very people-y.
It wasn't AllStar. It was Pop Century.
Pop Century.
Yeah, Pop Century. Yeah, we did
And
Art of Animation.
There were lots of people, and Rebecca and I swam for about 10 seconds and went, no.
And that was in July.
Yeah.
That was after everything opened back up, and it was crazy busy.
It was really had a lot
at
of
the
people.
pool, at least at the pool it was
at the pool and
the people's pool.
and yeah, so we stayed for about 10 minutes and just went, no, that's just too many people, not comfortable.
So Bill get up at 3:30. Wow.
Ooh, 3:30 getting up. Well, Bill, it was dark when you got up before. It's dark. It's dark now.
Not going to change very much, Bill.
Nope.
Wow.
3:30 is going to look like 3:30 no matter what time.
I'll think of you as I'm sleeping at 3:30.
I was going to ask you, what's your favorite Disney food?
That's a great question.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a good question, Keith. Favorite Disney food?
Rebecca's favorite is Dole Whip.
Yes,
that's her favorite.
Yeah.
I would say,
gosh.
Now
you're talking about snack food or restaurant?
Any of them.
Liberty Tree Tavern. Everything there. Oh, they have the best dessert.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it is this giant
toffee
chocolate chip toffee cookie thing
So
that's this thick and that big around, and it's mounded with ice cream.
Any kind of calories
with chocolate syrup and caramel and whipped cream and cherry.
Isn't Liberty Tavern over by the Halls of Presidents?
Yes.
Yep.
And it is good food.
Now, a place we love to eat too at Epcot is Garden Grill.
Oh, yes.
That is very good. It's like Liberty Tree Tavern. It's family style dining. And they have a berry shortcake that is insane there too. And we're going to be eating there this trip. So we actually got reservations. But now my favorite snack food at Disney, I think, is the Mickey pretzel. I love the Mickey pretzel.
Yeah. The Mickey pretzel
because
really
they've got
the
pretzels back. For several months they had some kind of pretzel that just does not that good, but they've got the real buttery one back again now, the one that's really nice and buttery.
I think I like the pizza egg roll thing.
Oh, the egg rolls.
And the thing is the pizza egg. I'm not a fan of egg rolls, so the pizza egg roll is all pizza. It's like a piece of pizza, and it's all rolled up. And it looks like an egg roll, but it's all pizza stuff inside of it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Another snack she really likes is the All-American Sundae at the ice cream parlor at Magic Kingdom. It's closed. It's closed right now, but the All-American Sundae, can't go wrong.
Somebody recommended to me the kitchen sink.
That would be fun. I just don't want to spend $50 on ice cream.
Yeah.
But I would have to split it with my party.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it's big. It's big. It doesn't look that big.
No, he's talking about the kitchen sink.
Oh.
He's talking about the kitchen sink one.
Big kitchen
sink. He's not talking about the Minnie Mouse one.
Cream.
He's not talking about he's talking about the one at Beaches and Cream.
Even the one at the ice cream parlor, it doesn't look that big.
But it's deep.
It's deep.
And
I mean, oh gosh, no, that'd be like eating a half gallon of ice cream yourself.
And you get a souvenir Mickey mini sink there. Yeah. It's served in, which is cool. We're going to have to get one sometime just to get the sink, because I could grow a flower in it.
Yeah.
I'll find you a sink.
Yeah, when I go, I have to get my first visit badge and my birthday badge.
Yes, you will. That's right.
Yes.
You will have to do that.
We get a pin almost
Almost every time.
we go just to get
Celebrating the days, birthday,
Yep.
anniversary, YouTube channel, whatever.
And one of the cool things you can do with that is when you get back, you can take, if you don't want to use it as a pin again, you take the pin back off and you glue a magnet to the back of it and you use it as a magnet on your refrigerator.
Put it on your refrigerator.
You mean they got the magnets for it too?
You just put a magnet
No, you just put a magnet on it.
You just get a magnet from somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
At Walmart or even Dollar General, they got little magnet strips. You can put a magnetic strip on the back of it. Yeah, here we have what's called a disc magnet. A disc magnet.
That was one of Rebecca's birthday pins from
okay.
Joanne. And on the back, we just took the pin back off and put 2 of the disc magnets.
Let me go ahead and
See,
okay.
You just super glue a couple of disc magnets on there, and it becomes a magnet for your refrigerator.
And we love magnets. We've got magnets on our freezer, magnets on our refrigerator. We painted the door to our utility room with magnetic paint, and we've got magnets all over that. We love magnets.
This one was from 2015, so they hold up.
Yeah. What would you recommend me to well, me and my cousin's going to be our party's going to have her friend and her daughter and my cousin's daughter, which would be my second cousin. She's going to move her daughter this year down that way, and that way her daughter will be our driver from the airport to
that's
to
cool.
So that way we don't have to rent. But one thing, I think for like three days, I think is what we have to pay for the parking at Pop Century.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think me and my cousin's going to split it. I think it's like about $25 a day.
Yes.
Something
I think
like
it's like that.
I don't know.
I think it's $25 a day.
But when a lot of people complain about that, and true enough, but then on the other hand, Disney doesn't charge a resort fee. And if you stay anywhere around area, they charge a resort fee. So it kind of balances out where, you're not paying a resort fee, but you're paying parking at Disney. On the other hand, if you're staying at a resort right off property, you're paying the resort fee, but you may or may not be paying for property or for parking. And I want to say it's more like 15.
It's 15.
Yeah, it's 15 a night.
It's 15 a night.
So it's not that. I mean, it's not great, but it's not that bad. So, it kind of balances out.
I was going to show you something.
That's cool.
That's neat.
Brandy, Disney Up Boiler Up, got it for me. And here's what's in it. The Elder Wand, or Dumbledore's wand.
Oh, that's neat. How cool is that?
So are you going to go to Universal this trip?
Yeah, we're going to do 2 days at Disney and then 2 days at Universal. We're going to get the Harry Potter package.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll show you here's the more detail.
Neat.
That is neat. So is Pop Century a value, moderate, or deluxe? What do they classify it now as?
Pop is, I think, still, it was a value.
I think it still is.
I think it's still a value.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they still list it as a value.
which it's the best value. It's the top end value.
It is the top end of value. As a matter of fact, I cannot. I'm like a lot of people. I don't know why Art of Animation is a moderate.
No.
There is absolutely, in my humble opinion,
there's
no more or less to animation than there is Pop Century. Yet
right.
Animation is
a moderate. Whereas Pop Century is a value.
Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense to me. That's some of the crazy things that Disney does.
I'll show you something that I did get through Disney's Disney's
yes.
Disney's movies rewards, which is now I can't remember what they call it now, but
oh, it's Sadness.
It's Sadness. She's so cute.
I loved her character in the movie.
She drove me crazy. She kept touching everything, and I'm like, stop touching everything.
Sadness is the reason why she and Joy ended up in the core memory area.
That's right.
The long-term memory area.
Yep.
So.
But we like eating at all different kind of places on property. The Wave at the Contemporary Resort is a really good place to eat. We like, of course, Liberty Tree Tavern, like we said. We actually ate Thanksgiving dinner there this past year with Disney Nerd Herders. We've eaten at the Garden Grill. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah. Oh, Teppanyaki in Japan at Epcot is really good.
Yep. It's a hibachi style Japanese place. They have really good sushi too.
Animal Kingdom, Yak and Yeti.
Yak and Yeti. We like Yak and Yeti. Yep.
Like I said, like I was going to say is when we go on my birthday, the first of the 2 full days, we're going to go to Magic Kingdom rope drop, head over to Splash Mountain, get on that, and then work our way over to Speedway.
And
then
have you ever been to Disney at all?
No.
Oh, so this will be your absolute very first trip.
Right.
Wow.
That is awesome.
And then around 2:00 that afternoon, we're going to park hop to Animal Kingdom, get on the Kilimanjaro safari, and then do Everest, and then and the Pandora.
The Flight of Passage. Now, Flight of Passage is one of those things you may or may not end up on, kind of depending on your time.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty decent wait most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we've caught it once where it was only 30 minutes, but that was early on when they were very restrictive with crowds.
Yeah.
And before park hopping. But
it's
most of the time it runs about 60 or 70 minutes of waiting. And you kind of have to balance out, is that something that you want to spend that time with, or is that something that you'll catch the next time around?
Yeah. Because I'll tell you, the days fly at Disney.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of time, like we only have an hour, but it's gone just like that. So But
it is a really neat ride.
Yeah, it
is a really cool
ride.
What
they say.
Or we can start at Animal Kingdom and then go to Magic Kingdom after that.
Well, it depends on where your reservation is for. Right?
Oh, okay.
Well, it depends on if they're still doing reservations.
They may not be doing them by then.
They may not be doing them by then.
Right.
When are you guys going when are you going again?
In 2020.
Our flight will fly down there on the 9th of June 2022, and then our first full day will be Friday, June 10th. And then our second full day will be Saturday, June 11th. And then and then after we get done with what we're going to do on June 11th, we'll be checking before we go into the parks on June 11th. We'll take our bags up to the concierge and then leave the bags there, and then when we get done with the parks, we'll check out of the Pop Century and then go over to Dockside Inn at Universal and check
you
in.
can Dockside Inn. And see, going in the summer too is going to be a lot busier. So popular rides like Flight of Passage, it may be hard to get on that ride. I mean, it's just going to depend.
And it might be that one of the strategies for things like Flight of Passage is to wait until the very end of the night and get in the line, like half hour before the park closes.
Yeah.
And if you're in the line within a certain amount of time of park closing, then even after the actual close of the park, they still allow the rest of that line to ride the ride.
Oh, okay.
So, but you got to be in the line, and it can't be like 5 minutes before park close. It's got to be, a little bit of time. I don't know that it necessarily has to be a half hour, but it's got to be, not like running up right at the last second to get in the line.
The chances are my cousin's going to catch this on the replay, so I want to tell her, Shar, make sure you watch this in its entirety from the start to the end, and you'll get the idea. And then like on June 11th, we were going to do Epcot and Hollywood Studios, since those are the only two that's connected to Pop Century on the Skyliner.
And when you go to Animal Kingdom, make sure that you hit the Festival of the Lion King. It is a really neat show.
It's the best show on Disney property.
Yeah, I would say.
Oh yeah, that's my opinion.
Yep. Yep.
And we are running a little over. And
wow.
Do you have anything coming up this week?
We're gonna Tuesday we'll do a live stream celebrating our 2nd anniversary on YouTube. We're probably going to have game night coming up. Maybe even this weekend we'll be doing game night. We've got to schedule that. Check it with Lena's schedule and Frankie's schedule, but we'll probably be doing that this weekend. I've got a couple uploads I'm going to be doing. One that I'd meant to do a week or so ago. So yeah, just kind of normal stuff. And
just subscribe and ring the bell, and when you get the notification, there we are.
we're notorious for taking hiatuses and being off the radar for a while, and then we're back again. And with home, we do virtual school here, and with work and church and everything, it's just crazy busy, and our schedules many times are not determined by us in a sense.
Yeah.
So we don't always get to stay on a real regiment scheduled with the way our life is like.
Yep.
Yeah. What I have coming up is next Sunday, the 21st, Blaine with Rayleigh Creative Travel. And then on the 28th, Katrina Scopini. And then April 4th, I have no show due to that. I'll be celebrating Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
April 11th, Candy Mom 15. And then April 18th, Bloomin' Cheesa. And then on April 25th, Kadani Sean. Well, he was supposed to be last Sunday, but emergency came up. So so I rescheduled him. But I'm not for sure about one of the Sundays. I may have to reschedule because I may have to be doing something for my mom on one of the Sundays. So somebody may have to get.
That's very important too, to do stuff for your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, this past February 28th, my dad would have been 97.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away back in 94.
Okay.
He passed away on Groundhog's Day,
Oh my goodness!
shy of his 70th.
Wow.
Do you have a closing saying?
Never lose sight of this one thing. It was all started by a mouse. And we'll see you real soon.
Have
That's
a
our closing thing.
have a magical evening and a great big beautiful tomorrow. Bye bye.
Good night,
Thanks for having
everybody.
us.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody.